Hello everybody, it's Lisa Jane here, and I know, I haven't posted for a while. I think it's over a month, and we all know that time is moving super rapid fast, and in my life I am fairly busy, and I'm also looking after my twin boys who are writing their matric exams, which is basically the final year of school in South Africa. So I've been tending to their needs. But it is now heading towards the middle of November, and I really thought that I needed to keep up with these videos since a number of people have been saying please post another one, and there are a lot of topics that I could cover, but for me it's just about being real, right? With me, what you see is what you get. My whole life I've been driving towards my own truth. Who am I? What is it that I want to show the world? How do I do that? How do I get there? And so my work and my passion is really to keep helping people to align to that truth within themselves. And in the area of spirituality, you can quickly get sent, pulled, pushed into a false sense of going, this particular line will make me enlightened, or if I do this particular thing, I will open my third eye, or if I have this particular experience, it means I'm fully awakened, right? And whilst all those things are possible, for me, true spirituality is actually just practical spirituality, which is about being your most realist self, unapologetically, whilst under the umbrella of being nice to people, right? So we can't be our authentic self and just go out there and be a real, you know what? But it is about really working towards such a deep sense of self-awareness that we are unapologetically truthful to who we are. So in my work as a spiritual healer and guide, I see a lot of people looking for their soul's purpose, looking for their truth, wanting to know answers. Where do I go next? And even in my own journey, I've kind of thought, oh, well, maybe if I go to someone, they'll help me. And there have been those people that have guided my thoughts. And in the same way, when I have a session with someone, I'm not there necessarily to say, you will do this, you will do X, Y, and Z, and this is the time. I offer a lot of symbolism and a lot of analogies, and I do get expressions that will help that person really get in touch with their truth by resonating, by shaking, by vibrating something in their energy field that gives them an aha moment. And you know what? That aha moment doesn't mean that I'm going to change from an accountant to a spiritual minister the next day. It means that actually you have an aha moment as to those daily things you might want to change. Those little musings that you think are mundane, practical issues that, would be worthwhile looking into. That is how spirit works. Spirit works in whispers and nudges, and sometimes, yes, you may have an epiphany. But as I've said to so many people, Archangel Michael or Gabriel is not going to land in front of you and say, you are going to do this. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to be a gentle meandering or an explosion. So a part of my path, I think for me, and let's be real here, I'm going to give you some of how I got here in the first place. There was a lot of rumblings that happened over a period of time. Then there was moments of truth where it suddenly dropped and I was like, I have to do this, and I know I have to do it. Then there were times where maybe I didn't and I was going backwards and forwards. And then there were times when I was exploded open by an experience and then stepped up a level. So all of those things combined help take us to a place where we can come into touch with our authentic self and our vibration. So where am I heading with this video? Well, I'm trying to express, I'm trying to express for you the path is not necessarily from A to Z as dictated by that or that particular process. The path for you might be very different. And so if you're going to go to anyone for guidance or help assistance, you must know that that person needs to hold you in that space, that person really just needs to reflect back to you what your highest potential is. So I know with my work with my clients, I see the light that is them. In other words, I can see their soul. I can really see into the depths of who they are and kind of get rid of all the layers that actually make things a bit murky. So you may not be able to act immediately on what I'm offering you in a session, or for anyone for that matter. But it will be a process and it will come to you at the right time because everything is in divine timing, right? And I think as we're headed towards this 2020, the next decade, a lot of people are getting a bit antsy, a bit impatient about it has to happen now. And yes, things are happening, and the statement that's rung true for me for a good few months now is it's time. It is time, and things are changing, but all in your own framework of what is right for you in terms of when you shift and when you move. And especially, the process I posted on my Facebook page yesterday, I think, about trauma and embodiment. A biggie for everyone right now. And if you're going through this, then let me know, and maybe I'll make a separate video about that, because this was just going to be a quick hello pop-in. Embodiment is the process of actually bringing your vibration, your essence, your energy directly into contact with your body and anchoring it deep in the earth. I don't think anyone on this planet has done that yet. We are all in various stages of that, and we're all in various stages of our physical body feeling the effects of that. We may not be consciously aware, and this is also something that's come to me, is that our physical body doesn't talk to us that way. So while we might have a very analytical mind, an open mind, a mind, sorry, that's my phone. There we go, being real. Didn't turn it to put it on silent. A mind that is open, that it connects, that has messages. Our body doesn't talk in that way. Our body has a very subtle way of communicating to us. And interestingly, the body will respond if you give it an instruction. I have found that, even simple instructions. But we need to come from a place of love and compassion. So if your body is feeling it at the moment, if your body is feeling tense, traumatized, irritable, if it's inflamed, if it's bloated, these are all signs that that essence is trying to come through, and there are certain blockages that need to work its way through. My biggest advice to anyone and everyone on this planet at this point in time is use nature. Mother Earth is vibrating at a very high rate. Her plants, the animals, everything that is related to her, the rivers, the water, the oceans, are all coming up to offer us their support. So in whatever way you connect with nature, walking in the forest, swimming in the sea, just pottering around your garden, sitting and listening to the birds in the trees, do whatever it takes to just give you that moment of silence, of solitude and connection to nature. And whilst it may not always be possible in the areas you live, there is always a way to connect with nature. And if you don't have nature around you, connect with it in your dream state, in your daydreaming, because the dream world is a very powerful way of us working with the fifth dimension and dimensions above that, and then bringing it into our body. So I feel like I'm rambling now, so I think I'm going to stop. But what I wanted to say is that it's be real, people. Be real in whatever way is real for you. If you're anger, feel the anger. If you're frustrated, feel the frustration. But don't get locked into it. Know that if you have set the intention to become more aware, to move to a higher way of being, to work with yourself in a way that is for your highest good and others, you are on that path. We are on that tsunami of change, and the new human who is connected to the planet, who is connected to each other without the barriers of race, gender, sex, nationality, culture, whatever it is, religion, oh my God, religion, that is where our future lies. That is where we need to work towards. How do we get there? We first start looking at ourselves. So be real, people. Follow your authentic voice. Listen to your emotions. Listen to your body and connect again and again with nature at least once a day if possible. Time in silence, time in solitude, time with the trees. And with that, I will say goodbye to you, and I think I will be back again, maybe making some more regular ones, but at the same time, I would love some engagement. I can work with your responses, I can work with your requests, and we can have a conversation from there. So I'm here for you. I will chat to you whenever and whatever and however you would like me to share information. And if you want to know anything more about me, my Instagram, my website, my Facebook, they're all underneath the video. But I wish you a blessed middle of the week and an upcoming weekend, and hope you had a fabulous full moon, and lots of love to you. Bye.